Hey, what's up, YouTube? Sam here. Another week, blessed. This challenge we got going on, me and Eddie. I'm excited. And so let's get into this. This week, I'd like to discuss bravery. And what is bravery? Bravery is a bold faith. It's the action part of faith. Because let me tell you, we all have, a lot of people, we have faith. But the thing is, with the faith, there needs to be something that carries you on to your action. And that is what I like to call bravery. Because bravery is something different than faith sometimes. And I'm going to get to that. So before I get into any more of the description on bravery, I'd like to give you some quotes just to kind of get you to see the perspective that I'm holding right now. So, some quotes on bravery. The opposite of bravery is not cowardice, but conformity, by Robert Anthony. Brave men go forward, not expecting to return. Bona. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. Nelson Mandela. And the last one. It takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to our enemies, but it takes just as much to friends. J.K. Rowling. So what does all that mean? And I believe all those quotes sum up bravery down to the T. Because you know what? Bravery, the opposite of bravery is not cowardice, but is conformity. Yes, that's what it is. Bravery is stepping out of your boundaries. It's stepping out, and it's going, even when you have faith, it's because you could have faith and you could be in conformity. It's that action. Bravery. Going out even though you're not expecting a return. When you have faith, you expect to return most of the time. You have faith that you're going to make it. You're going to make that. But bravery is more selfless. It's more of a love because you're not expecting to come. You're uncertain, but you know what? You're going out anyways because you know there's something bigger. Now, can you have courage and fear at the same time? No. You might. So maybe where I'm getting into this, I'm still learning myself. But I learned, so Nelson Mandela, I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. Wow, that's just so deep. You have that fear, but you fight it and you still go in, even though you have that fear. So you might even have fear. You might have fear, but you go in anyways. You have a vulnerability. You might get rejected. You go in anyway. You might die. You go in anyway. That's deep. Now, another thing, you go up to your friends and you tell them something. They might not like it. And you know what? That's what a great friend is. And I'm blessed because I have people in my life who tell me when I'm not doing good or I mess up on something when I believe I did good. And even if I know I did bad, anyways, it's such a blessing and it's bravery. I know it's easy to tell your enemies that something's wrong, and it's easy to stand up to your enemies, fight an enemy, but it's harder to do it with a friend. Tell a friend, you know what, something's not right here. You need to change this or you need to change that. Or the way you're disciplining your kids is wrong, or the way you're going about certain things is just wrong. So those are some quotes just to lay down the foundation of what bravery is. Now, bravery, the lack of bravery, the lack of action, the lack of motivation, it's alarming to this generation coming up because we live a very life that even if we have faith, just the lack of bravery, the lack of going in and accomplishing something is hurting us. the lack of going out and fighting that fear is just hurting us so much because we're not excelling. Now, it took a lot of bravery in my life for me to go back to college. It took bravery because you're not certain what's going to happen. You may, and you know what? The thing is, you're not always going to have that faith because you can never have that full faith. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I have the greatest faith in the world. No, I get scared sometimes, you know? I get scared. I don't know I'm going to make it. And that's what it is. That's bravery. Taking that step, even though things could go wrong, but you made that step anyways. That's bravery. You might not make it. Now the thing with faith is you tell yourself you're gonna make it. You see the way you're gonna make it, but bravery, you just go in knowing that you might not make it. And between the difference between bravery and faith is that without bravery, we wouldn't have ships in the ocean. Look how scary that is. Imagine the first people who made the ships that go in the ocean. Imagine that. They go into the ocean. How scary that is. Imagine all the ships that sunk in the beginning because men were just, they needed to do it. Somebody needs to start. Imagine airplanes. Airplanes were getting invented. They were crashing, I imagine. Now, it's bravery that gets people to do those things. They know that they might not make it, but you know what? They're gonna go anyways, and they're gonna do it because of the reward behind it, or just the fact that they did it, just to know that they did something in life. And that's what I encourage you to do today. If you have a fear of anything, if you feel you should do something, if you feel like there's something that just isn't right, or you feel like you want to go to the next level, be brave, be bold. Have that bold faith to go and just execute, even though you might not make it. Because what do you have to lose? That's the question. What do you have to lose? Now be brave. Go out there. Get into a relationship. Break up with somebody if that's the thing you need to be brave about. You don't know that what's gonna happen, but hey, it's better to be single than to be with the wrong person. Another one is a job. If you have to quit a job to go and find another job, then do it. What do you have to lose? Another example, if you want to go back to school, find online classes. Take a step in the direction that's going to get you somewhere better. Because you know what? Ultimately, you cannot have positive change without being brave and without being bold. And with that, I'd like to say have a nice day, have a nice week. God bless, take care, keep growing, just be brave. Find a way that you can be brave and execute on that. Do something you've never done before that might not have the best rewards, but you know what? Just the fact that you were brave and you did it was the reward in itself. So with that being said, again, take care. God bless. Hey, if you're still sticking around, I have 2 more quotes that I couldn't resist. Bravery is being the only one who knows you're afraid. Franklin P. Jones. And the other one. Only those who will risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go. Peace out.